Hey, so today we're trying out the Gwaegord mod. It's a fairly endgame mod, but the way it works is pretty interesting. So, is this really an actual biome in the game? See, there's already a zombie, right here. Oh. Now that's interesting. Right away there's something. So, what you should know about this game is that it adds a ton of new resources. Things that you can collect in the ground while mining in the overworld. The Gwaegord mod has two main features. The first one is something called Infusion. Now we'll get to Infusion later when we manage to make an Infusion Table. And the second one is its new dimension. But in order to get to the dimension, we need to use the Infusion Table. And the Infusion Table requires a lot of resources to build. So let's look at this. It looks kind of like diamonds, but you can see the stone it's in is much darker. And it doesn't seem to like to be broken with a stone pick, so I will be leaving it alone until we have something better to use. I saw some creature's health bar. That was strange. There it is again. Do you see that? What could be over there? It looks like it's coming from right here. What? Oh, it's a zombie. What are those sounds? Is that just from the haunted creeper? It's making Halloween sounds? Slendy haunted creeper. This is the worst thing I've ever heard. So the Slendy haunted creeper is a creeper that doesn't attack you unless you're close by, in which case it deals damage to people within a certain range. But the main thing about it is that it has a terrible shrieking noise and a lot of HP. So what I was going to say about this mod is that while going to the dimension is going to be very far into the game, into your Minecraft game, it changes how you're supposed to play because you're meant to make multiple portals in your build until then, as the resource, the block used to make a portal, is extremely common when mining. It's this pink stuff right here. Is there water behind here? What are these blue particles? Why are there particles coming out of the... They seem to be coming out of the block. So these blocks are creating blue particles. Already this game is getting very interesting. I like this mod. Let us get our portal built right here. See, I want to get to this world as quickly as possible to see what it's like. But to make the portal igniter, it doesn't require flint and steel, it requires something else, which is even harder to get. Because we need not one, like in the Ruby mod, but 4 diamond blocks. Make that more than 4 diamond blocks. We also need 2 obsidian. It's going to end up being at least 3 extra diamonds. So 4 1/3 diamond blocks. That's terrible. How will we get 39 diamonds? There are more cows somewhere. Where did they go? Okay, getting this. There's iron up there. There's redstone. And there... So we... Okay. There are more of them. Excellent. Let's make the diamond components, shall we? Yeah, that's our next step. Our next step is to make the diamond components. So what we need are 4 diamond blocks. diamond pick. 4 lapis blocks. We're going to take emerald blocks, and we're going to take an Eye of Ender. The first thing we do is Eye of Ender. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I did it wrong. Boom, 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 boom. We have diamond frame, lapis corners. And now we have a fusion core. And what do we do with the fusion core? Simple. Place it in the middle of here. And this is a fusion crafting table. Now, it doesn't take coal, but it needs what we call compressed coal in there. Let's go mining for a bit more coal. In the meantime, let's look at this. This material still isn't breaking, so diamond really is not enough. We need something more than diamond to break this. Let's get the obsidian and the remaining iron we will need. Is this enough iron? I don't care. Here is the most important part. Okay, so now with 9 blocks of coal, we can make something called the compressed block of coal. And this is the fuel source for the fusion crafting table. Now, if I remember correctly, it's either 2 iron and 2 obsidian. Obsidian didn't work though. I don't think it's obsidian we need, I think it's normal blocks of coal. We just need 2 of these. But there we go, yes. So, you are supposed to have 2 iron up top, 2 blocks of coal on the bottom, and then at the very bottom, as fuel, a compressed block of coal that you make using 9 blocks of regular coal. So, let's make a portal. And this is our portal to the next realm. The death is near. And is this just dirt? No, this is death grass. Death wood. But hold on a moment. What kind of wood is this? All of these leaves are being destroyed at once. Being broken away. And this type of grass, I believe, is going to be called red grass. And we are right. And this is red stone. I really like how the oak trees, their leaves, turn purplish as they change from one biome to the next. It looks really nice. Okay, let's look at this. It's blue. This grass is purple. And this grass is red. So, this is what it would look like if you used normal grass on the floor of this biome. These creepers don't care about players. In fact, they wander around aimlessly. However, if you get within its range, you will start taking damage. The blue biome is secretly made up of, underneath everything else, red grass. Okay, so the next part of this mod is apparently extremely resource heavy, and I mean extremely. Let's go over to diamond blocks. So many diamond blocks, you can build a whole ravine out of them. Redstone blocks. So many blocks, you could build a whole ravine out of them. This is so end game. You're supposed to have already gone to the end, looting 3 sword, and probably have an elytra at this point, because you need several, and I mean several ender pearls. Diamond block, ender pearl, and ender pearl. What does this create? It creates a Java Error API shard. Alternatively, if you use redstone instead of diamond, what you'll find is the Gwaegord shard. Bluegrass, red grass, and glass. And instead of a compressed coal block, as fuel, what we're going to use is regular coal. And this creates a gravity potion. Oh, this is what a gravity potion does. We are floating away. We are floating high into the... Oh! Falling to my death? I don't think so. I can just levitate. You ever worried about falling to your death? Moving on. If we use obsidian and a melon, as well as 2 of these Gwaegord shards, we can fuse together a Gwaegord sword. If we were to spawn a wither, a diamond sword would deal this much damage. but a Gwaegord sword would deal this much damage. It's much more powerful. You take the diamond blocks from before, as well as the Java Error API shards, and what we craft this time is the Java Error API sword. A diamond sword does this much. A Gwaegord sword does this much. And a Java Error API sword does this much. But there is one more sword we can craft. We are going to have to use both of these in its creation. If we fill the table like so, and fuse, we are able to create the Timo HD12 shard. Timo HD12 being the creator of this mod. We take 2 of these shards and 2 nether stars, and we fuse them to create the Timo HD12 sword. The diamond sword has 7 attack damage. The Gwaegord sword has 20 attack damage. The Java Error API sword has 40 attack damage and can kill a wither in 10 hits. This next sword, the Timo HD12 sword, has 999 attack damage. And when you equip it, it instantly gives you strength 2 and speed 2. Now there are 2 more things you can craft in the game. The first of these items that you can craft is a pick called the Gwaegord pick. Now in order to make this, you need 2 Gwaegord shards, 1 stick, and 1 ender pearl. Fused together with compressed coal block, this creates the Gwaegord pickaxe. Now if you look, it breaks blocks very quickly, but something special about it is that it still cannot be used to mine whatever this mysterious resource is, but it pales in comparison to the next pick I'm going to show you, the Timo HD12 pick. And as you can imagine, it's ridiculous. If you are to encounter any normal mob, you should be able to easily get rid of it in 1 full power hit. Now I'm going to have to run away because it's still charging, but now that it's at full power, the Timo HD12 Ultimate Pickaxe's true skill comes into play when it's being used to mine. You can mine and fall to your death mining. Now it's time to talk about mobs. We've seen the Slendy Creeper already, but there are 3 other types of mobs that can spawn in this game. Here is a creepy skelly. It explodes. The creepy skelly explodes. This next mob is called a nuker, and it looks like a creeper wearing a business suit. So if we're in survival mode, and our last mob is called the Somme. Now the Somme looks like a skeleton made up of badly sewn multicolored leather. Oh, also it shoots. If you aggravate it, it will shoot you with rods of death. But of course none of that matters. And after all, you, an adventurer, just spent countless hours beating normal Minecraft, going back and collecting all the resources you could, then using this mod to travel to the next dimension and return with all of these resources. Then you resource grind even further to obtain this pickaxe. And now that you've done all that, do you know what you can finally do after all this time? Mine Smorium ore, and you realize, finally, after all of these years, you've reached it, the final piece of treasure in the game. Smorium! And what do you use Smorium for, you might ask? First, you may think, can we make a Smorium sword? The answer is no. Smorium is not meant to be used in swords. It is way beyond that. You are insulting it. Don't insult the Smorium. Second, can it be used to make a shovel or a pickaxe? No. A hoe? An axe? Absolutely not. Pathetic of you to even ask. Oh, I know. It can be used to make a Smorium block. No, it can't. It's completely functionless. It does absolutely nothing. Thank you for watching. This is the review of the Gwaegord mod. It's very cool. Check it out. I would definitely recommend getting both the Gwaegord mod and the Lightest Ruby mod. They are both available for 1.12.2 with Forge. Have fun.